Okay, so this assignment is something we would do at the end of my Music That Matters unit. I teach US history, 11th grade, and I teach it thematically. So I start off with a fun unit, just looking at American history through music that was popular throughout the time periods from Reconstruction till today. Um, and when I go through, this is the notes they've done in class. This is the slides they've seen in class. These are the notes they take. So they'll already have this completed when they do the assignment. The first day of the assignment, they get a paper that looks like this. Actually, they get this on their Chromebooks, and they have to go through and think of 8 or 9 major events that have happened in their lives. I tell them it does not have to be what the news would consider major. It needs to be something that is meaningful to them. For example, there's the time I broke my arm whenever I was 7 or 8 years old. There's getting married. There's the time that I accidentally broke a lamp and tried to hide it from my mom. Just anything that was meaningful, right? Getting my first job, that type of stuff. And then after, and they have to fill this out. Tell me what the event was and why it's meaningful. They don't have to go super specific if they don't really want to talk to me all the way about it, but they need to give me some idea of where they're coming from. Then I want them, because again, they're only juniors in high school. I'm hoping they have several more major events that happen in their lifetimes. I want them to list 4 or 5 other major events that they want to have happen at some point in their future and explain why they want those events to happen. Then they take the rest of the time to go through their music apps on their phones or surf the net, looking for songs that symbolize the significance of each event. And I tell them there's a couple different ways they can do this. If you can find a song that expresses exactly what happened to you, amazing, use that one. If you can't find a song that expresses exactly what event you're talking about, find a song that reminds you of that event. They laugh when I tell them this, but when I broke my arm when I was a little girl, I was at the skating rink. It was some kind of school thing, and I fell down coming off of the rink and broke my arm to the song, I Get Knocked Down, But I Get Up Again. They always laugh, but every time I hear that song, I remember breaking my arm. So that's something you can use. Okay, so that's what they do the first day of class. Then the second day of class, they tell me what the songs were. Okay. So they give me the song and artist and what event it represents. And then to make it a little bit more difficult or scaffold it a little bit, I tell them to put the list in the order they want it listened to. And I tell them there's 2 ways you can do this. What I tell the whole class is you could do it in order of importance and put your most important stuff at the end. You could do your in order of importance and put the most important stuff at the beginning. You can do that. And then for my kids that really need, or that my kids that are able to really kind of push the boundaries here, I tell them that really great albums tell a story in the album. You can listen if you just put it on and press play and you go through all of the songs in the order they're on there, they tell a whole overarching story. And I challenge them to see if they can make that happen with the songs they picked out. And what they do is they just go to Spotify and they create a playlist with those songs. If there is a song they want me to hear that is not on Spotify, they just note it at the bottom of the page. And once they're done, they copy the playlist link. And on the same assignment here in Google Classroom, they'll fill out the document for me. And then they will also, on this assignment, when they go in to enter it and do it, they will attach the link to that Spotify playlist. And that is this assignment.